Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the home of the Rice Owls, where we are anticipating a full house of fans who give a hoot. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the UMass Minutemen, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Rice Owls. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Line gets set, first down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. Was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They can get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Red pass hits complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
The corners are walked up tight. On second down, he'll let it fly. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness. He had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got a little space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UMass. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished things off with that 36-yarder for a score. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. First down here for the offense. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And when you run that screen, it takes a lot more time to develop because those offensive linemen, remember, they're going to block, release, and go get somebody. Quarterback's got to get rid of that ball a lot faster when you're running those screen plays.
So they'll try to make up some of that ground on second down from the 16. He's looking to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds a man on the left. Oh, look out! And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Rice rushes to the line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Touch pass on the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. The Owls are on the move. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Rice hoping to cash one in from the red zone. On second down, he's looking downfield. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He's looking to throw. He caught it! And he wanted to get that one in, but the defense able to force him out at the 2. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch! And he will score! Touchdown Owls! Getting set for the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The UMass offense returns to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The hand to the running back. Looks as if he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down, UMass.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. And here comes the offense on second down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Looking to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He wants to throw it. It's complete. Touchdown, UMass! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Comes out throwing on first down. Got his man on the right. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter.
First down to start the drive after the break. Give to the single back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Rice rushes to the line. Might as well stick with him. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Looking to throw it, Sellers. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
When you're around midfield, the analytics will tell you so much better to go for it on fourth down. defense pounced on that. Now they're headed the other.
Man, you had the first down. You had it in your grasp. All you got to do is take care of the football, secure the football. You're trying to do everything you can to reach for it, scratch for it, claw for it, and then secure it. Don't lose it. Don't put it on the ground. Bad job by the offense securing the football.
And the Owls will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down. They're going to ride this running back. How much lingerie is this guy going to leave on the deck as he gets it down to the 25? Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback will audible. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Steps away. It's caught downfield. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Owls come to the line in the hurry-up. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Looking for the score. And makes the grab in the end zone. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Going for the return. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down work.
He's taking the shot. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A 3rd down try for the offense. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Harding. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Rice. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oklahoma State is ahead early in Stillwater, but that's not exactly Barry Sanders or Thurman Thomas out there. This game is a long way from over. They're up by a field goal over Kansas. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quickly to the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They're bringing heat. Escapes trouble. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he could and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. UMass will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Rides to the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. To the air, it's Sellers. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got his man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback strolling away from heat. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Ball is at the 3-yard line. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on 4th and short. Now on the option. Now the pitch. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move them back. On first down, here comes this offense. Defense in press coverage. They'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Second half just about to get started, and UMass will kick it off. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Off the play fake on first down. Now adjusting. Unleashes one. And the ball is intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense set on first down. DB's right up on the receivers. Quarterback will keep it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him, is able to turn it up and get a first down.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The back goes in motion. On second down, wants to throw it. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Looking left. Makes a grab enough for the first. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down.
And on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
The play action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll try to run for it. Looks as if he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down, UMass.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, for him not to hand that ball off on the RPO, the quarterback obviously saw something he liked there in the left flat, but it wasn't open, and as a result, it's an incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Wants to throw on third. Scrambling away. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
These quarterbacks that just bounce and bounce and bounce and pull the ball down and make plays, Defensively, you just got to keep coming. You can't get tired. You can't get frustrated, really. It's the frustration that gets to you because they keep making plays and keep getting first downs. Got another opportunity coming up. First and goal. Try to hold them to a field.
On the move. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Minutemen. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They've been running it, but now the pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. What great protection, and he lets it go down the middle. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Rice! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The UMass offense returns to the field. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Motion from the offense. To the air on first down. Makes his connection. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. UMass quickly back to the line.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
Getting some heat. Slips away. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Let's see what they've got on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's going to take off. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those quarterbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
Quick completion on the out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Fires to the big fella. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. A 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Minutemen!
And he's got that bayou speed. Like I run bayou. You can call it whatever route you want to call it, but does a nice job winning at the line of scrimmage, getting behind the DB, runs, catches it right in the end zone. Big play for this offense. Nice throw, nice catch.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Tennessee is in trouble right now, and that Neyland Stadium crowd is letting them hear it. They're trailing by 14 to Missouri. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Snatches it on the right. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And now this offense on 1st and goal has a chance to break the tie late. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The clock stopped. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Third and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. To the air, it's Sellers. Fires to the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
All field goals seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harding. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's 2nd down, incomplete pass, go to 3rd down. If we need to go for it on 4th down, this offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Still on his feet at the 45. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the 1st down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. wants to throw on first down. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Oh, picked off.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You can tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Under a minute to go. Just take a knee here and avoid the potential for disaster.
And we've seen it, Reese, very recently in schools that might be in the Sunshine State that decided to run the football and run plays, and it's come back to bite them. So there's nothing wrong, Jesse, with being conservative, taking a knee, taking the victory.
I think Miami and Georgia Tech are heeding your advice very, very carefully based on what we've seen in those recent years.